downtown Minneapolis, we welcome you inside spacious U.S. Bank Stadium. It can certainly get loud inside this building, and just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the Detroit Lions. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25.
Good. 180. Real. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy?
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
So, Charles, you look at this offense, and really on paper at least, a great situation for them upcoming. They're unbeaten on the year, an open week coming up after this. So I guess my question, any worry that maybe this is coming at the wrong time?
Oh, definitely I would be worried about this game, maybe more than any other on the schedule, because I know my guys are looking ahead to that open week. I've got to keep them focused on the task ahead, make sure they take care of business in this one. Otherwise, you're talking about a double trap. The trap of losing the game and then having the open week and having to stew about it.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9.
Hey, I'm coming. Mike 19.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield.
They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted.
Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart.
And the Vikings are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
Certainly not the cleanest of starts to this football game. Back-to-back plays yield turnovers in this first quarter.
So there's not much flow right now. A very choppy game. And I know this. It's a copycat league. We say it all the time about the NFL. But I'm not quite sure this is what they had in mind about something they wanted to emulate.
No, you don't want to emulate a turnover. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Now, this defense for the Lions, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
To throw, Mayfield. Open man is Trey Burton.
And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
They find some open field here. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38.
47 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Mayfield on play action. Completes it to the fullback, Ham. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. you've got to cover him too. That makes things really difficult.
180.
Tighten up. Pull it together.
Hurry. Point it right. Mike 19. I got it.
Throwing again on second down. Mayfield got a man, and he hits him in stride.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
180.
Go. Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch.
They go play action. Mayfield. Touchdown. Justin Jefferson. His second touchdown on the season. And the Vikings have taken a first quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they think.
Touchdown, Detroit!
Well, like so many wide receivers, he is a threat with the ball in his hands, and he's able to do his damage here after the catch. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Mike 19. Check.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
I'm here all day. Mike 19. You remember me?
Mayfield on 3rd and 2. That is caught by Thielen. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big connection on that one. 30 yards.
That's a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Play fake. Mayfield. They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Lions are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. These two teams all tied after 1. On 2nd and inches, Goff. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Zadarius Smith able to record his 5th sack of the season.
You've been around me a long time now. You know on 2nd and inches, I love it when teams are aggressive and take a shot, but we just saw the downside to being that aggressive, didn't we?
Now you've given up on a pretty likely first down if they had run.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now Cook running right. Oh, good move. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
65 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Mayfield now. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. Touchdown, Vikings! C.J. Ham, his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
14.
From the 31, Goff. He's got it to Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On 1st and 10, Goff. They'll find Williams on the slant. And he's got this down to the 35.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. DeAndre Swift with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend, and Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd. picked by Tracy Walker. And they will finally stop him, but a great return gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And he'll take this one down near the 15. Tackle made by Eric Kendricks. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Goff now looking to throw.
He's going to get that to Swift underneath.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Now Goff. Being chased, and he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Dalvin Tomlinson able to get him down behind the line of scrimmage, and it will be 4th down. Seibert able to knock this one through, and they take a 17-14 lead. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. The Vikings going to signal for their first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Mayfield off the play fake. That's to Cook out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
From the 44, Mayfield. His throw incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Hey, alert, 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 alert.
Mayfield looks to throw. He wants it all for the end zone. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
But Baker Mayfield only 6'1", but he can certainly sling it, and we saw evidence of that right there.
Joseph on for the extra point. It's up and good to make it 21-17. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And with a little under a minute remaining, we'll see if they want to try to put a drive together, possibly even take the lead here with a touchdown.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that one or two guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope, and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
On fourth down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. 39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
As they will take over here with a little more than 30 seconds remaining.
Now Mayfield lost the football, and this is scooped up by the Lions. So they take over not only in enemy territory, but in the red zone at the 16-yard line.
He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus.
Looking for Hockenson, and he's got him. Touchdown, Detroit. T.J. Hockenson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Lions are going to jump back in front.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good.
And that gives them a 3-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Taking it about the 1. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they really won't have much time to work with. Just 19 seconds showing on the clock.
Hurry, hurry! 43. Check, 43. Bound to lose one. 43 is the mic.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off around the 37. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 7-yard line.
Second and 6 with the ball on the 7.
Hey, Cal, you won.
Goff a handoff here to Swift.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout called. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Seibert's kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone.
And they're going to bring him down just past the 15 and a flag down as well. Yeah, this is going to put them back with a not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
A run there on first down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
2nd down and 5. They'll stay on the ground with Swift.
And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Throwing on 3rd. Gone.
They'll find Swift out of the backfield.
And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
Eric Kendricks in on the tackle.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
So now following the sack, often the Lions needing to come up with something here on 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And last time, 1-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
From the 40 now on 2nd, pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. Charles Harris. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Third and long for Mayfield. Open man is Thielen. It's complete.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it. What's that?
They'll run on first down. Cook. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. Throwing, Mayfield. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. A big play there for Minnesota.
We have seen big plays from both quarterbacks throughout this game, and there's another one right there. Going back and forth, almost like two excellent guitar soloists trying to top each other with each additional play.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal.
Were you as surprised as I was that they actually ran it on second down there? I thought that they would go ahead and throw it in every situation here.
They've thrown for 3 touchdown passes. Now here, I think they probably go back to the air.
Yeah.
And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings have tied it. They can grab the lead with a PAT. Joseph now to have the PAT. And with that, his guys take the lead here by a point. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is make sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
Harrison Smith on the tackle. A 4-yard pickup on the play. First down, Detroit.
Before they can snap it, time runs out on this 3rd quarter of play. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A play fake for Swift. Now Goff. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At the 47-yard line.
the gun. Goff. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart.
And the Vikings are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
Yes, folks, that is his third interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Lions are right back in this football game.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 20-yard line.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down.
That's going to be complete to Trinity Benson. And he is going to have the Lions first down. They needed 5 there on third down. He winds up getting 7.
Well, you can absolutely feel the thought process there. They just gave up the touchdown. So in the huddle, they're telling each other, you don't want to give it back now on a 3-and-out. Nice job of making sure that they wouldn't, and they pick up the first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
61 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Goff's throw taken in by Chark.
His second catch, this one not quite as dynamic as his first, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 4 at the 45-yard line.
White 20.
To throw is Goff. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Daniil Hunter
Able to drop him for a loss of a couple.
Well, he was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They face a critical third down now, needing a score here in the late going.
Open man here is Benson. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
Hold on. Check.
On first down, Swift. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Goff. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. He won't find a ton of space following the display of power as he's down just inside the 45.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on third down.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Vikings are going to win this football game. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And checking the timeouts, they do have two defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. They run it again with Cook. Room here to run. And he will finally be wrestled down at the Lions' 14-yard line. A big play there out of Cook.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. And they'll indeed take a knee. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half, the adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Vikings, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Lions, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Green.